Morning. Today I will be presenting to you a study which is entitled Assessing Impacts of the Closed Fishing Season Policy for Sardines in Zamboanga Peninsula, Philippines, and I chose sardine as a topic. So this paper was written by some researches and it was made to assess the impacts of closed season policy that was imposed on sardines in Zamboanga Peninsula for the month of December 1 to March 1. So the policy was made because of a problem that is declining fish catch of sardines, that it was revealed by the landed catch, and even fishers said so that the fish catch were low. We Filipinos knew that sardines are one of the cheapest food item that is always available in the Philippines. Filipino families can afford it and actually can save even the poorest of the poor from hunger. When you see every calamities, sardines are always present in every donation bags. Not only because it's cheap, but it is also a good source of protein that our body needed also. These canned sardines come from Zamboanga, as it was dubbed, or it was called as the sardine industry capital or center of the country's sardine industry. It was said so to be the center of the sardine industry because it produces 50 to 60% of the country's annual total sardine production for the last 10 years. It also helped a lot of Filipinos who are unemployed because this industry alone employs 15,000 workers, which produces 1,000 tons of canned sardines daily. But on top or in the middle of this high production, there was a sudden serious decrease of almost 50% because or there was an inconsistency of its production level and production growth rates starting year 2009 to 2011. So this problem called the attention of the local government, and what they did was they had to establish a conservation area in Zamboanga Peninsula where a closed fishing season for commercial scale, especially commercial scale harvest of sardines, to be enforced for 3 years starting December 2011. They had to make What they did was they had to make a non-fishing zone that has an area of 13,987 square kilometers covering Isulusi, Basilan Strait, Sibugay Bay, and that. The policy was not made just to have policy, but of course it has many objectives like ecological conservation, socio-economic performance, institutional arrangements. The policy was enforced to be established because of the worst low fish catch, as I have mentioned earlier, that of course threats food security. But among these good objectives lies some problems like misunderstandings of people due to lack of knowledge about the policy. It has also lack of support, inconsistency of LGUs or the local governments, lack of sufficient resources. Where will they get some resources to enforce this policy? And some agencies did not push through with their commitments to support those workers or the fishers that will be affected of this enforced policy. As long as I have read this research, all majority were aware, especially workers than fishers, especially those who work canning industry or the canned sardine industry, they were aware of the policy. But almost all, actually all of the commercial fishers were not aware of the policy. Some of the fishers also and some of the workers did not want this policy because some of the reasons are, where will they get another job for the closure of this for this closure of industry? Where will they get a job? Because what if this is their only job, and for the fishers, for the local fishers, this is only where they get their food for every day. But at the end, this closure, this policy made a lot of differences. Like it increased the fish catch. So the annual sardine production is estimated at around 5,990 metric tons, with S. lemuru as the dominant species of 91%, and the increasing trend in sardine production and catch rates. Increase in the frequency of large-sized sardine has been observed. Fish stock this was observed, or the fish stocks is recovering from intensive exploitation. And according to the statistics, the trend of local cannery output grew by 9.5% during the closed fishing season, and compared to the prior period of 2008 to 2010. So you can see here, or I will dictate. For the year 2008, they had only 4,958 workers. For the 2009, 6,322 workers. 2010, 6,895. 2011, 7,003. And for 2012, 6,841. 2013, 8,406 workers, and for the year 2015, there were 9,643 workers. So you can observe, or you can notice the sudden up of number of workers. So when the workers increased, it means to say that the fish catch, or the sardines, were to increased also. So there will be no workers if there will be no workers, or there will be few workers if this closed fishing season policy was not enforced. So, ganito lang yon. Yung unang problema na napansin ng canned sardine production, biglang bumaba yung kanilang produksyon ng sardinas. Kaya napansin din ito ng mga mangingisda, kaya binigyang pansin ito ng mga lokal na pamahalaan. So meron silang mga in-establish na tulad nga nung closed season policy para yung mga isda makarecover sila, makaproduce sila, makaspawn sila, tapos mag-increase yung bilang nila. Tapos nakatulong ito sa mga tao. Hindi sila magkakaroon ng malaking produksyon kung hindi dahil sa closed fishing season policy na ito. Though maraming may ayaw sa policy, kasi nga sabi nila, saan kami magtatrabaho kung magsasara ng 3 months ang pinagtatrabahuhan namin, sa iba naman, saan kami kukuha ng pangkain namin. So ito siya, yung tinutukan na lang ay yung positive na effect. Pero madami pa rin siyang kakulangan tulad nung sa recommendations nila, improve its flaws like continuous biological study including spawning period of sardines. Tapos, additional investment for cannery services or facilities kasi sabi, kulang sila sa resources. Kahit na tumulong pa ang BIFAR, kahit na tumulong pa ang LGU, kung wala silang sapat na pondo para dito, hindi sila, parang hindi masyadong maipapatupad ito. Tapos, government must continue to provide work options. Syempre ito, sana yung local government mag-provide sila ng option para sa mga mawawalan ng trabaho for that closing season sa mga maaapektuhan kasi hindi naman lahat ng mga workers madaling makakita ng mga alternative na trabaho nila. Tapos, study other regulatory measures that should complement the closed season policy such as establishment of fish sanctuaries and strategies to reduce post-harvest losses. So yun lang. Ang naintindihan ko lang doon, may policy, itong policy na na-introduce yung closed season sa Zamboanga, na-introduce yun kasi bumaba na yung fish catch. Tapos naapektuhan na rin yung cannery production. Kaya nag-implement sila ng policy. Tapos, yung mga tao, maraming nakakaintindi, pero mostly, hindi nila alam, hindi sila aware na may ganitong policy. Tas yun yung problema. Pero at the end, may naidulot ito na maganda, lalo na sa income. Tapos sa employment. Ayun. So, thank you.